Hey everybody, Duality here with another 2v2 analysis, this time with itsme.dom, who's floating around the bronze ranks. So let's go ahead and get this game started here, see what we can figure out, run over, hopefully break down some of these plays. Doesn't go at it immediately, I imagine because he sees the opponents not go for it immediately right there. So here he's taking a wide line back. Wants to start peeking. Here he should be just getting to this as quick as possible, working his angles. So good job getting on the right side of the ball there. Here he just wants to start rotating back because his teammate's there. Okay, so we can look this. Take it back one more second here. Okay, so he goes for it. At this point he doesn't have a touch on the ball or anything, so he would just want to start rotating back. So here he sees his teammate there, who should be watching this ball and waiting to play the next hit based on what's happening. The ball is right above Dom's head here, so there's basically nothing he can do with it. In his mind, he might want to pop it up in the air as a pass or setup for Lozo. But realistically, an enemy player is going to get to that even before Lozo, and Lozo's better off taking the play from here. So he should be running back basically right where his car is pointing now and letting Lozo push up on the wall, because then as Lozo makes his touch, then Dom here can swing back in right after that. But there he kind of hesitates and waits, so Lozo back there kind of has to just sit and watch. Might want to take the ball cam on and off a little bit more there. Kind of take a peek at the field, analyzing the situation of the plays. Okay, so following this, he's dropping back a little bit too far, gives himself too much space, so the enemies are going to take that there. Lozo should be pushing up on this. It's a little bit too far back here. Kind of look at this to see better why. So Lozo's up there making a push on the ball, and both of the enemy players are bunched up right under it. And so here he basically wants to already be creeping up on it, because any touch by blue shouldn't be too strong and he can take it from the midfield after them. But also part of creeping up is making sure that he's getting to that net as quickly as possible for Lozo. So Lozo can't really take a shot, but he's going to try to push it over, and because he's so far back, the enemies are just going to get to that right away, and the play dies out because of that. Okay, so again, just pushing up a little bit too slowly here. Both the enemies are kind of bunched up, so you don't need to worry about too strong of a clear or a clear and a pass. Good attempt there. Should be either cycling back or rotating on the ball based off where his teammate is. I'm not sure where his teammate is, though, based off of his point of view, and that's all we're really concerned with. So Lozo should be taking that because he's closer upfield, kind of panic dodges into it. But a good follow-up from him there to get to the other side and shoot it in. Okay, so he should be pushing up maybe a little bit closer here. Lozo's kind of panicking around the ball, so it kind of puts too much pressure on Dom to go up at it because he doesn't know what's going on. It's a nice pop, so he just wants to get to the right and sort of dodge into it, but even though he didn't dodge and get a push on that, he's still able to react to the play. So Lozo's closer, he wants to let him make the touch and play it from there. Here again, he's just creeping up a little bit too far back. He wants to get on that as quick as possible and then let Lozo play on the ball afterwards. So here he just needs to keep getting on that accidental slide, but want to keep pushing. There you're stopping, so you're giving him a little bit too much space. If you didn't stop at all and just kept going, you would have got a challenge on that touch and maybe knocked it over. Okay, here, I guess Lozo's going for that. So it should be Dom, but he's going to back off and let Lozo make a touch. Okay, so he wants to get this boost and get on the ball immediately from the other side here, to just put himself up for a pass from Lozo. Because, see, Lozo has that, and there are multiple points there where he could have made a touch on the ball if he was a little closer, but isn't able to because he's sitting so far back in the first place. Okay. Lozo's running at that, so he's going to give him some space here. Good job not letting him bait you out. Here you might want to be a little bit closer. You're sitting in it a little bit too long, so all of Lozo's touches are kind of dying out right after he makes a push. See, Lozo's going on that ball, so you should be pushing up with him. Don't want to give them too much time on the return. Okay. Just watching that from here. Lozo should be on that. You, again, just want to push up a bit. Yeah, here Lozo's in a rough spot, so you might want to keep defending, but at that point you should have been going for it with Lozo going back. But with Lozo there in front of your car, kind of swinging around, you definitely don't want to let them bait you both out into a double commitment, so. Okay, again, just sitting way too far back field here. Kind of just has to trust Lozo to do whatever he can. If the enemies make a touch on that ball, he could still clear it from around the midfield. He doesn't need to be that far back to save whatever comes his way. So here you want to just keep rotating as quick as possible. Yeah, Lozo's going back, so you just want to make sure someone's pushing on that quickly. Watching his play. Good job of not being baited out on the touch there. Miss. Okay. Should be, yeah, still following. This is the one man, so good job doing that. Here you don't have anything going on, so you want to go back, let Lozo push, but sort of keep a little close to the ball. Here you're kind of going back to net, when if you started turning around midfield and getting ready there and setting up, you could have played the ball afterwards instead of having it pushed all the way into your own half there. So here you just want to cycle out, let Lozo make a touch. When the ball is above your head like that, there's not much you can do. You're better off just cycling back into the two spot backwards and letting Lozo push up more aggressively, because he's going to get a stronger push on that with the line. So I'm able to pull out the win there. Lozo is able to capitalize on some of his solo plays up the pitch, but Dom just sitting a little bit too far back here. The idea of being a goalie doesn't really work here. It's when you're going against two defenders, and so realistically you should be having two offenders making a play. The one spot's making a touch on the ball, either taking a strong shot when he can or passing it laterally across the field to you for a shot. But when you're going up against two defenders, the majority of the time they should be able to save it, statistically, because they have two more people. Well, 2 times as many people as opposed to your one spot up the field. So you can just maybe learn to get comfortable sitting around midfield and watching the play, and then slowly creeping your car up and just kind of keeping the momentum of your car, fake challenging and sort of turning around. Sitting around in net, just sort of watching the play, it just means that you can only play reactively. So the one spot just has a little bit too much pressure to like really push it past both defenders, because when he's upfield and you're all the way back, he should know that he has to make the shot, because there's no way that you'll be able to get to it before them. So otherwise, not too bad there. Good game. Thanks for sending in a replay. Keep them coming, guys. I love the feedback and submissions, so please like the video if this helped you out at all, and I'll see you around.